You feel the rhythm and you're getting inspired. You feel the speaker pumping, people jumping higher. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. Burn it up, I make it perspire. Girl, you're popping like oil in the fryer. Got me spinning like clothes in the dryer. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. I rip the lyric up and lift the crowd higher. Girl, you're looking like you'll never get tired. Yeah, you're whipping it so inspired. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. I wanna rip it up and make it perspire. You feel the rhythm and you're getting inspired. You feel the speaker pump and people jumping higher. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. Burn it up, and make it perspire.
Bonfire retire. You got me burning up with desire. The flames in your eyes are growing higher. It's looking like tonight I'm your pyre. So burn it up, set me on fire.
Chickadee, on the wire. Here is the question I wish to inquire. This mamacita that I really wanna meet. When I see you on the street, I feel my knees getting weak. Sweet señorita, la Dolce Vita. Wanna be with you, but I can see that you'll be on my reach. I'm on the precipice, I got a hella wish. If you say yes to this, you're gonna see me doing flips. I'm burning up with desire. You turn it up to 11, then a couple more higher. Chickadee in the treetop. Give me a net, sorry she's feeling my sweet stuff. Girl, you're popping like oil in the fryer. Got me spinning like clothes in the dryer. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. I rip the lyric up and lift the crowd higher. You feel the rhythm and you're getting inspired. You feel the speaker pumping, people jumping higher. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. Burn it up, I make it perspire.
You're gonna set me on fire. You're gonna set me on fire, baby. Bonfire retire. You got me burning up with desire. Flames in your eyes are growing higher. It's looking like tonight I'm your pyre. So burn it up, set me on fire.
No complication, just conversation. With just a little bit of innocent rotation. Why are you racing? Come on, be patient. Give us some time to assess the situation. No competition, it's over and done. Before you walk into the room, we knew who already won. Boom, boom, just like that. It's like I got hit on my head with a baseball bat. With that so fast, staring down that nice round. Ask me if I wanna give it that. And I can tell you yes, it's a definite fact. You're turning up my thermostat. Excuse my repetition, but you have no competition. You're like a vision, you're like from a prison. Feeling a roll with golden hues. What can I do? Cause I never wanna lose. You feel the rhythm and you're getting inspired. You feel the speaker pumping, people jumping higher. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. Burn it up, I make it perspire. Girl, you're popping like oil in the fryer. Got me spinning like clothes in the dryer. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. I rip the lyric up and lift the crowd higher. Girl, you're looking like you'll never get tired. Yeah, you're whipping it so inspired. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. I wanna rip it up and make it perspire. You feel the rhythm and you're getting inspired. You feel the speaker up and people jumping higher. Give me the mic now, I'm on fire. Burn it up, I make it perspire.
Bonfire retire. You got me burning up with desire. The flames in your eyes are growing higher. It's looking like tonight I'm your pyre. So burn it up, set me on fire.
Breaking down, breaking into pieces. All my parts clearly on display. Holding back the fears, holding back. Holy memories, give me back to me. Praying now, praying for some silence. Hope I like the way it feels. Who let out the tears? See how they fall, fall, fall. Fool that I can be. Thought I'd stand tall, tall. All I have learned, on and back around. Trust you had earned, echoing without a sound. Now see me rise. I'll be fine without you. Look at me, look into my iris. See the light reflecting off of me. Holding back the tears. Don't you show. Goosebumps on my skin. Just let it go. Just go. All I have learned, on and back around. Trust you had earned, echoing without a sound. Now see me rise.
Virtuosity has got your curiosity. I see right through your mind like a colonoscopy. A little bit of fact, a lot of bit of fiction, friction on the mic. When I unzip my dictionary, quite contrary, like a vegan to your dairy. I'll pop you in the nose, like Curly Moe or Larry. It's scary, like Halloween with Jason and Freddy. I'm in a limousine, spitting rhymes, I'm making you sweaty. Are you ready for a bomb track? Jump chain soundtrack, vagabond mannequins, slipping on banana skins, examining the glands of a man, singing battle hymns. The incident, always up to summer camp shenanigans. See, my philosophy is commonly misunderstood. I drank too many quarter waters in my childhood. I think I would have been better off a visionary, a gooseberry at the bottom of a library, a secretary, secondary, CIA informative, a blue and yellow number 7 points of preservative, the nervous kid alternative. I like to drop superlatives, I'll add them to my verse to be a genuine adversative. Superfluid superstar, Stella Stupendito in my fist a mic, and in my other hand a bean burrito. So we go to Oswego, play the koto in the show with the bonobo, who plays the oboe, like Joe the hobo in a race around America. Historic esoterica, last seen in a boxcar with my sister Erica. Let's agree didn't see that this was coming, but now that I am strumming, man, I got you humming. Jump, change, down on my luck, and my luck's so strange. I got jump, change, and something that's never changed. Here's a vaccine for your whackness. 2-part paraffin wax while you scratch a dirty cactus. Attack this. You'll be Gilligan without an atlas. I passed this math test, cause I got the practice. The axis of malice, the poison in your chalice. The woman in the strapless dress, they call her Alice. She says she lives in Queens, but she really lives in Dallas. She made me see the lights like Aurora Borealis. Spill my brain upon the pages, collect my wages, and I'm gone again. Visit Vietnam and Saigon again. Bangalore, Bangkok, Beijing, and Hong Kong again. I'm in the lobby of a hotel in Abu Dhabi. I rock hard when I swing like a Punjabi. My rhymes are catastrophic like the wrath of a tsunami in the aftermath. Take a bath up in the rubble. Ladies, bring your friends and you can warm up to a muggle. Jump, change, bro, if you need $1, come at me and I'll holler. I got jump, change, meet me on the corner of the stock exchange. It takes a lot to surprise me anymore, so when I hit the floor, I bring the reprise. Look into my eyes, I'm never needy. Everywhere I go, I leave graffiti like I vandalize, like I advertise in Tahiti. Expedience is the ingredient that I possess. That's how I leave a long trail of suckers in distress. My success, nonetheless, testimony to endurance and redemption. A focused dedication to ingenious. I mix music like a chemist in a lab to your amazement. Just like a tweaker cooking meth inside your basement. Addicted, unrestricted, unabated. I'm slated to separate the veal rile from the castrated. And while you hated everything I made, I wrote rhymes that could blow up under live like a hand grenade. You got it made, man. Who can't you persuade, man? You ain't afraid to serenade the renegade, man. I know it. I pull down the window shade so I can slow it down. Slow it down, y'all. Yes, I got chump, change. Up on my luck, but my luck is temporary. I got chump, change. Chase a dollar bill like Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Holly Berry. My luck is so strange. Yeah, my luck is so strange. I got chump, change. Bro, if you need $1, come at me and I'll holler. I got chump, change. Meet me on the corner of the stock exchange. I got chump, change. Holly Berry. Yeah, man, some things never change. Tom and Jerry never change. Some things never change.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to check out FatCatScooter.com. The plant's most exciting scooter guy, Fat Cat Glenn, will give you reviews of the latest scooters, scooter gear, scooter accessories, and all types of tips, tricks, and money-saving ideas. It's everything scooter. You'll find the latest scooter news, learn what your fellow riders are up to, and much, much more. So if you ride a Vespa or a Stella, a Rugface, or a Bergman, they all rock. Check out Fat Cat Scooter. You're gonna love what you see.
Hey guys, it's Fat Cat Scooter Glenn here. Hope you're doing well. I'm here today at Chandler Power Sports in Chandler, Arizona, and as always, they're nice enough to let me ride and take out some of their bikes. And today, something a little different. This is a mini bike. I think it's in the scooter category. It's called the Kimco Spade, and it is fantastic. As I usually do here, I just came on in, put my helmet on, they put me on it, and I went out for a ride. I never rode it before. Just an amazing bike. The ride was really fun. I'm a bigger guy. It's a smaller bike, but very comfortable. There are some other bikes in its class that are made in Japan that are good as well, but this actually I thought had more power and was definitely easier to handle. I think the biggest thing about it was lots of looks as I was riding it. It has a very nice exhaust note. It's not too loud. Obviously, it's not a huge bike, but it's not too quiet. Just gives a nice feel. It's nice and throaty. Very stable, very agile, rock solid. The other thing is it has lots of power. You've probably seen some other videos on the internet, and you know, being a bigger guy, this bike has plenty of power. I was really impressed by it for a 150cc. Really impressed. I don't know what gas mileage is. I only did a short ride, but I think on the website they claim it's around 90 miles per gallon. If it does that much, great, but you know, anywhere close to that would be fantastic. Very simple gauges, nothing fancy. You know, they're not beautiful by any means, but they're pretty and they're functional. They work. What I really like is the neutral light is nice and bright. The flashers are simple, but again, very bright, and the tack and the gauges are, again, simple, but very easy to read. With everything Kimco, all the switches are rock solid. You can tell they're not going to break. They're made to last. Nice loud horn, great starter button, good viewport for the brakes. Everything's just done right. You can see past your shoulders, which is a big test for me when you're looking into the side view mirrors or the rear view mirrors. They work great. Nice strong brake handles. Throttle itself, well built. Nice weights on them. The paint job is fantastic. I don't know what they call this candy. It's kind of a coffee color, and in the sun it really sparkles. Very nice job. Fender on the front, beautiful. I think they did a very nice job on the rims for the tires. Really nicely made seat. Very firm, which you know, on a long ride it might get a little firm, but you know, I don't think you're gonna go cross country with this, but perfectly adequate. Really a fine seat. I like it because there's room to slide back and forward, so you can adjust your position. But even with that, even as a small bike, the seating position is very comfortable, very upright. There's very nice pegs on both sides, and there's even passenger pegs, which are, I was surprised, but they're very nice. Brake lever takes a second to get used to where your right brake pedal is, because of course on the motorcycle here there's a right brake pedal. A little hard to find it for first minute riding it, then I got used to it. Starts right off, electric start, you know, just like you'd expect from a Kimco. The shifting though on this one is fun. I've had quite a few motorcycles, a lot of Japanese motorcycles I've had, and this shifts with the best of them. Nice and smooth, nice sound, nice acceleration for 150, incredible acceleration. The back is, you know, pretty straightforward. However, there is this little storage box, is I think the word they use for it, a storage area. It's not locked or anything. So if you have a wallet, some keys, or something you just don't want to have in your pockets, probably would fit a cell phone, just fit in there. But there's a nice space for that underneath here. It does have dual rear shocks, so the ride was fantastic. I mean, the shocks are great. The braking is fantastic. It has front disc brakes, but on the rear it actually has a drum. And this in the scooter world these days, I'm not used to a lot of drums, but this one does have a rear drum. I couldn't tell the difference between a disc brake and a drum brake on this one. I guess because it's a small bike, the drum is fine. It's very simple to check the oil on this. There's a simple oil check over on the right hand side. It is chain driven. It's an air cooled engine, and I think it's logoed very well. And I love the Kimco Spade Made in Taiwan logo. And I always tell people, look, don't get confused by Made in Taiwan. The stuff made in Taiwan is really well made these days. I want to mention the headlight, just absolutely fantastically bright. I'm riding during the daytime hours now, and really nice bright light. It has a nice key lock over on the right side of the bike, so you can lock the fork. Something I didn't even notice is it looks like it has a helmet lock back here, which is sweet. And the gas cap has a nice key lock on it. So finally, I would say on the Spade, hey, 2 thumbs up. Great bike, highly recommend it. A lot of fun. I want this one. I'm going to see what I'm going to do to get the crew here at Chandler Power Sports to get me into this thing, because I really want one. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking this page, and we'll see you with another video soon. Hey guys, it's Fat Cat Scooter Glenn here at Chandler Power Sports in Chandler, Arizona, and these guys are the best. They always let me take out the newest bikes. And today, this one I didn't even know about. This one is called the X-Town. It's a 300. It's from Kimco, and it's a beautiful bike. And I came in the shop today. He handed me the keys. I put on my helmet, and I started riding. It is fantastic. It comes in, I believe, at just under $4,000. It's just under 300 cc's. It's actually just, I think, a cc or two bigger than the Vespa 300. It's obviously a different bike. It's a more of a modern style. Again, I can't say enough good things about it. Very, very smooth. I took it out on the highway, accelerated the highway speeds, no problem. And compared to other scooters I've ridden in the same size, just really smooth takeoff, really firm handling. It felt very secure. You felt like you were on a heavy bike, and but still it was very, very nimble. Got on this bike about 10 minutes ago, took it for a ride. I'm looking at it for the first time. But walking around, one of the things I was really impressed with are these side lights on the blinkers. Very bright. They're going to let other cars and vehicles know where you're going. Just like most of Kimco's stuff, the instrument panel, the buttons, the switches, really sturdy, really well laid out. The instrument panel on the previous bike I had a lot of chrome, which was hard in the sun. You get reflection. This one is all blacked out with white numbering and lettering, really easy to read. I'll show you that when you turn the key to start it up, it just has a kind of neat little self-check that it does. Easy access to brake checks, really nice quality brake grips. The grips on it are just really first class, really well done. I like that they're darked out. Side view mirrors, you can see past your shoulder, which on a lot of bikes you can't, and on this one you can. Has a glove box and has a lot of room in it, real easy to open up. Multi-directional key, of course you turn it one way, and of course it won't work for me now, but there it goes. And you can open up the trunk, has a really bright LED in it. I'm sure there's even more to it I don't know about, but it's a nice deep trunk. You could easily fit a half helmet or two in there, and along with a nice big lunch. There's the fuel is right up here. I did put fuel in it before I went on this ride. Really easy to get to. On a lot of bikes, like the Vespa, I hate to say, it's really hard to get to the fuel because it's back in here under the lid. Here, it's easy to get to. I had a Piaggio where if you lifted the trunk, it was a lot more steps to get to the fuel cap, and this one it was really nice and easy. I did want to point out this little arrow at the top of that gas gauge. You got to make sure it's facing north like that, or you're not going to be able to shut the gas cap. Blinkers worked very nicely. Of course, they have a rear shock like most do. It's just very clean layout. The exhaust, I thought the exhaust and the heat shield on it just have a really nice modern look. I like the way they painted it. You can see your fuel check is right here. Really super easy to get to. It does have a center stand, and it does have a side stand. It does have rear passenger foot pegs, which are really nice. Front and rear discs. Seat was very comfortable. Any scooter, right? You never ever seem to have enough leg room. This one, I hadn't noticed it before, but it has two foot positions. One is the standard, straight up where you put your foot flat, and then they have one here where you can ride with your legs straight or out. Still, because of the backrest, like a lot of bikes, it's still not quite enough room. It's still a little tight. If you're over 6 foot, it's still going to be a little bit of a tight bike. This one is liquid cooled. As I mentioned, engine is peppy, responsive. Handling was great. Don't be intimidated. It may look like a big bike, but it handled like my Vespa as far as being nimble. But as far as, again, as being smooth, out on the road, taking potholes, cracks in the road, rock solid. Couldn't be more happy with it. It does have a windscreen. It does a little bit of help. Really nice lights on this thing. Really nice blinkers. Really impressed with it. Nice loud horn. The instrument panel is fantastic. When you first turn it on, the ABS light's going to come on. As soon as you roll just a few feet, it's going to come off. You have the different modes. I didn't get a chance to play with it, but looks like you have engine temperature, really nice fuel gauge, a clock, and of course the odometer. There is a thermostat temperature light, and again, I need to read more on it, but it looks like it does give you operating temperature. You have your oil light, you have an engine light. The key has a kind of cool little lock switch. If you press this button that says shut, it locks it so no one can, as it's parked, mess with your key. I know a lot of Kimcos have this, but if you put the little base has a funny little circular rotomolded part on it. If you put it in there just right, which, there you go, I got it, and you turn it, it opens up the key cover plate lock. So it keeps people from messing around when you're parked somewhere. Really bright lights, nice wide tires, good sized tires. For the price, I don't think you're going to beat it. And I've had Kinkos before. Rock solid bike, great company. And I'd recommend one. Make sure you sit on it, make sure you're comfortable with the seating position, how you sit. But everything for the size, for the price, for the comfort, for the handling, just really first class, great job. I believe it has a 2-year warranty as well. And again, thank you to Chandler Power Sports for letting me take this bad boy out. It was a lot of fun.
Go ahead. Find out when we get home.
whole thing. It's not just riding. Riding is just part of it. You know? Am I right? Oh, I should look at the camera.
Does anybody know?
I want royalty.
Get out of my way.
Fat Cat Scooter Glenn here with a review of Kymco's 2018 Like scooter, and it's a 150 just again a short review. I just wanted to mention that this thing is fantastic. It's $2,600. It was a absolutely smooth ride. I took it out for about 50-80 miles this day, and just handled great. Very peppy. You can look up the stats online, but electronic fuel injection, anti-lock brakes, LED lighting, a huge under storage area, styling traits with a nod towards Vespas. You know, I can't say enough good things about it. For kind of an entry-level bike, it's really well done. It is plastic and not metal, but you know, that's good if you need to replace something. Again, I give this bike 2 thumbs up. The fact that it has anti-lock brakes, a nice suspension, and it's a quick 150. Really bright lights, really like it, and the height is good on it. You'll see my friend Dixie here is going to be sitting on it. She's about, I want to say about 5'7", and she has no problem fitting. It has the same seat height as a Vespa, so it's fairly tall. It's a little bit short as usual in the Kymco with the legroom. That said, though, if you're under 6 feet tall, absolutely no problem. Great key lock is on all the Kymcos, but you'll see great under storage space. There's tons of it. I think a full face will fit in there. Definitely a 3/4. The seat is big, it's comfortable, just well made, and for the price, I really don't think you're going to beat it. Again, I took it for a 50-70 mile ride, absolutely no problem. It's a brand new bike. Dixie and her dog loved it, and compared to a buddy, I think this is the bike to get. Again, thanks for watching.